Good morning, y'all. Good morning, good morning, good Sunday morning. Y'all just left church. And before I got to church, um, last night one of my kids, one of my daughters was sick, got really sick. Um, and so I hadn't been too sure whether I was going to go to church this morning because of that. And so, later on in the latter part of the night, my other daughter got really sick. And I was like, okay, we're not going to go to church in the morning because I'm not trying to take that around nobody. So when I got up this morning, I got up because I said, oh, okay, well, I'm going to go to church. I said, we're going to go to church because I felt like, they might would have felt better when they woke up. So when I woke them up, they still was saying that they didn't feel well. And so my baby, she was like, Mama, I don't feel good. She was like, I'm sick. And I was like, okay. And so I said, okay, well, y'all, we're not going to go to church this morning. And so as I went back in my room, I said we would just go to church online, So I said, as I went back to my room, something just kept saying, go to church, go to church. And that just kept playing in my head, go to church. And as I was still preparing to be home to do the online service, something just kept saying, go to church. And I was like, y'all know what? I said, I'm going to church. So I left and came to church by myself. And so when I got in church, as I was sitting, I sat on the front row. And as I was sitting, the Holy Spirit whispered me and said, I wanted you alone. And so I was like, okay. I understood in that moment why I had to be in church. And so as the pastor was praying, as he was doing our opening prayer, as he was praying and as he spoke, he said it's easy in his prayer. He said it's easy to access God's voice in this present time. And so it was in that moment that I needed to be alone in his presence to get what God had for me. And not only did I get what God had for me, I got what God had given me for someone else. And so what I wanted to say, the message I wanted to say is God can do miraculous things in small steps. And so all the little small things that are taking place in your life right now, and you're thinking that it's not enough, or you're not qualified enough, or you need more. God is orchestrating your steps. Whatever it is, no matter how big or how small it is, no matter how small it is, because right now the Holy Spirit is speaking to me about small. So no matter how small, whatever it is you're facing, no matter how small it is in the moves that you're making, and you feel like you're not acknowledged, not seen, not heard, in those small things, God is preparing you. He's orchestrating your steps for greater, for bigger. So don't mistake the small for you being left out, for you being forgotten, because God is orchestrating your steps.